Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're continuing our series of Season 15 episode reviews by taking a look at Episode 12 of Season 15, entitled Master of the Sea. Now, of course, throughout this video review, there will be spoilers for the episode at hand, so if you have not yet seen this episode just yet, I recommend clicking off the video, watching the episode, and then coming back and checking out this review. It'll still be here by the time you get back. It might just make for a better experience overall. Also, in terms of this video, we're going to be breaking down a quick plot synopsis, then we'll get into the good and the bad, and then finally at the end of the video, I will be going ahead and giving this episode a final score out of 10. So, let's go ahead and start things off here. What is a quick plot synopsis? What's an easy way to describe this episode? The episode can essentially be described as follows. The ninja reunite finally and face Kalmar together as a single unit for the first time throughout this season. I think that's a very good way of summarizing this episode. The ninja actually do reunite, and that's actually the first big thing that I'm going to be saying about this episode in terms of the good section. The ninja are fighting as one certain being, which is awesome. Again, the ninja have been split up a lot this season, and a lot of people really don't care for that. The team itself going underwater is a very solid team, but now we're finally seeing the ninja together facing the common threat. We've seen the ninja fight him individually, but now they're coming together, and it's really nice. There are, of course, some very solid smaller fights at the beginning of this episode, but eventually when the ninja team reunites, that's when it kicks into full gear, and that's when I think the episode is at its peak here. There's also some really good Rei and Maya stuff. I do need to mention that. They get in on the fight as well, and it's nice to see them fight together and fight for each other. It's always nice to see. Also, Nia actually is kind of the MVP of this fight. She kind of uses her newfound powers to talk to underwater animals to get the storm amulet back, allegedly, which is going to play into a big part of the episode later on that we're going to talk about. But I really enjoyed her and Benthamar teaming up as well. Like I said, there's some really solid team-ups this episode in terms of the battle, and the battle makes up a large majority of the first part of this episode. In terms of some other stuff that I thought was really good, there's a very interesting scene at the beginning of this episode where Benthamar kind of explains the legend of Niad, who's apparently the original master of water, and it kind of shows what she went through to defeat Wajira, probably similar to what Nia's going to have to go through later on in the season to defeat Wajira. It's kind of setting up for her arc and her storyline, and I thought that initial scene was very good. Uses some very cool animation techniques that I think just look exceptional. Also, Benthamar gets a very big part in this episode. Like I said, he and Nia do kind of team up during the battle, but he actually ends up staying with the ninja at the monastery for a while, which is fun. The ninja reunite at the monastery when it's all said and done after Nia receives the storm amulet from Kalmar, and Benthamar is going to be staying with them for a while, which is cool. I like Benthamar. I like that he actually gets along with the ninja. It makes for a very fun environment and a very fun dynamic between the two sets of characters. Also, the storm amulet. Is it secure? Is it not? There's a very good scene at the end of this episode where we get to see Shintaro again with Princess Vanya, the lowly. Basically, everybody in Shintaro makes a cameo appearance, but Vanya and the Shintaro guards have actually taken the storm amulet from the ninja and are keeping it secure. But then we see that the storm amulet is a fake. I really enjoyed seeing Shintaro again, as well as Vanya. Vanya's a very good character, and of course Cole is like the ambassador of Ninjago to the kingdom of Shintaro. I think that's really cool. I kind of would like to see them more in a larger role later on in the season, and fingers crossed that we actually get that. I just thought the involvement of Shintaro was really unexpected and really well played, so props to the episode for delivering that for us. In terms of the bad, I do have a couple of things to say. Like I said, this episode is kind of all over the place. We get a flashback, then we get a battle, then we get Nia retrieving the amulet, but it's actually not the amulet, it's actually a fake one. So where's the real one? How did she get it? Did she get it from Kalmar? Did Kalmar deceive her and give her a fake one? What exactly is going on here? This episode does basically propose a lot of questions and doesn't really give a lot of answers, which I thought was kind of annoying, but we will most certainly find out what those answers are in the next couple of episodes, so it's not too much of a complaint. But I did think that this episode was kind of jumping all over the place in terms of what it was trying to focus on, which in general isn't the most clean way of going about things, but ultimately this episode is still very good. This episode delivered a lot of really good things to us as Ninjago fans. We get to see the ninja team up again, we get to see Shintaro, a couple of other things that I really enjoyed. I just had a minor issue personally with the pacing of this episode, and I guess they tried to focus on too many things at once. Kind of felt a little clustered, not really super organized, but that's really the only complaint that I have to say about this episode. In terms of a score, this episode is very good, so I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, just taking off 1 point for that minor complaint that I had about this episode. Otherwise, otherwise the rest of it is pretty much gold. So that's basically going to conclude my thoughts on this episode. Leave a comment down below talking about what you personally think about this episode, and let me know what you think about my review. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.